Hey, once again, everybody, it's 21 News Chief Meteorologist Eric Wilhelm, and this is a Sunday afternoon or midday update on our eclipse and our forecast for the eclipse on Monday. The excitement building now. We're less than 36 hours, even closer to 24 hours away from this great, really once-in-a-lifetime event, and the weather will be all important. When we are this close to an event, we can rely on high-resolution weather models. It's kind of like having a camera with a lot of megapixels. It's sharper, it's more detailed once you're in close like this. And here's a look at one of those high-resolution short-range models depicting what types of clouds will be in the sky along the path of totality. And the path of totality is this kind of purplish line, of course, right here. The green colors, those are high clouds. Those are mostly those high-thin cirrus clouds. Think those wispy, high-level cirrus clouds. Mid-level clouds are denoted in purple, and lower-level clouds are in brown. The low-level clouds, really what we want to avoid, at least too many of them. And the general idea here on Monday is that there'll be an advancing area of those high cirrus clouds in the green colors here, advancing in from the southwest, replacing what was earlier in the day, kind of a lower cloud deck that might even produce a shower early Monday. That's this stuff right here. This will be moving out, so this is good news. It's not great news maybe for western New York and northern Pennsylvania, especially outside of the path of totality, but it's good news for us in that those lower level clouds will be thinning right around max eclipse, right around 2:30, 3 o'clock, 3:15 Monday afternoon. We can live with the high cirrus clouds. That will not ruin the show as long as they're not super, super thick. All right, so still getting some questions on the timing. This timing is valid for our entire area. There's really very little difference from one point to the next as far as the minute of the day that will reach maximum eclipse. The partial eclipse begins at 2 o'clock. That's when in the lower right-hand corner of the sun, you'll start to see the moon taking a little bite out of the sun. The most noticeable changes will start about a half an hour later, about 2:30, and then running up towards 3 o'clock. That's when the temperature might start to drop a little bit. Not a huge amount, but a few degrees maybe. Lights and shadows will begin to change. By about 3 o'clock or so, a good amount of the sun will be covered by the moon, and animals may react to the lowering light levels. Some street lights might come on, especially near the area of totality. And our maximum eclipse will be around 3:15, 3:16. Now, if you're in the area of totality, that's when the total eclipse will be. That's when you can take off your glasses maybe for up to a couple of minutes. For the rest of the area where we will have a 99%, albeit partial, eclipse, this is, again, when the maximum amount of the sun will be covered by the moon, right around 3:15, and then the show will be over by about 4:30 in the afternoon. Thanks to meteorologist Andrew DiPaolo for sharing a few of these images this morning. It's kind of a nice simulation of what the sky may look like. Now, these simulations don't include any clouds in the sky, but notice the different light levels between the images I'm going to show. This is what the sky will probably look like in East Liverpool. Just imagine some clouds in the sky, but still fairly bright down there. The eclipse, once you're into southern Columbiana County, is about 97, 98%. It's cool. It's worth checking out, but you're far from totality down there. Once you go north up towards Canfield, the sky will definitely be a little bit dimmer, and you can, imagine this will be the way the sky looks in Canfield and Boardman and heading over towards Newcastle and Grove City and places like that. Once you're up towards totality in a place like Cortland, this is where the real show is. This is where you want to be. If you are able to hop in the car and drive a little distance and maybe put up with a little bit of a hassle and maybe some traffic, the area of totality is definitely where you want to be. As I've been talking about all week, there's a big difference between 99% totality and 100% totality, and this is the area where planets will probably be visible, again, presuming we don't have too thick of a cloud deck. So that's the place you want to be. A big difference from south to north across our area. And here's just a relatively partial list of how long you'll be in totality in different locations. We can't list every single city on here. If you're close to one of these locations, just assume that your number will be fairly similar. So, of course, northern Mercer County of the longest totality. That's up towards Bloomfield, Mesopotamia. On the southern edge, right around, say, Mineral Ridge, for example, heading over towards Girard, parts of Girard will be in totality for just a handful of seconds. Especially northern areas. But yeah, there's a range from north to south, or south to north, as far as how long you'll be in totality. In the area of max totality, up near Cleveland, their totality will last almost 4 minutes up there. So yeah, the weather all important. It's not going to rain for the eclipse. It may rain some tomorrow morning, but not during the afternoon. And I'm fairly optimistic that we'll see enough thinning of the cloud deck, lower clouds replaced by more and more high clouds, that it won't spoil the show. It'd be nice if it was as bright and sunny tomorrow as it is today. I don't think that's in the cards. Maybe in Western Ohio. Western Ohio does look a little bit sunnier than Eastern Ohio, but nonetheless, I don't think the weather is going to play a huge role in our experience for the eclipse on Monday. So enjoy the rest of your Sunday, everyone. Enjoy the sunshine and warmer weather we have for today, and overall, the next several days will be quite a bit warmer than the weather we've had of late. Again, have a great Sunday. I'll see you back here on Monday.